Okay, lovely. Let's do this again. Alright. Oh, that sucks so much. Okay, guys. Let's do this again. Alright, ARON. Just because you're my main man, I'm going to do this again. Watch. So I just did this whole thing in like 50-minute video, and it turns out that my OBS wasn't recording video the entire time. So we're going to do this again. So this is for you, my man, ARON. For anybody else watching this, I'm just doing... He asked me to look at one of his games and discuss what he did wrong and why he didn't win, things like that. So he's going to be playing a Naga Siren, starting off as support and rotating into a carry position, which is funny because everyone is team farms. But it's a low level pub game. So
30 seconds to battle.
So first thing we talk about, I can actually do this quickly now. I'm going to review instead of having a 50-minute video. It'll be 20 minutes.
Begins.
First thing, let's pause. Okay, first thing you should do in every Dota game is make note of everyone's items. I know you don't have this tab, but I'm just opening it up so you can check. I'm not even going to open it up. That's stupid. That's cheating. So first things first, you started off with a Stout Shield, Healing Salve, and a Tango. Your lane partner also has a Healing Salve, and for some reason a Bristleback down here, but he leaves, so I'm not going to look at him. I'm not going to look at him. What matters is who you're against. Neither of them have salves. They both have one set of tangos. So what that means is that if your lane aggressively trades harass or trades any kind of harass with the enemy lane, you will have more just overall HP than them as long as you don't die. So if everyone trades onto 1 HP and walks away, and then everyone regens up, you have salves on your lane, so you guys will within 10 seconds be back up to like 401 HP, whereas they have the tango up, and it takes a longer time, so you'll secure map advantage. So checking items is very important at every stage of the game because you need to know what the enemy has so you can react to it. But just in the early laning phase, and just discussing regen, that is one way to exploit regen. You know that they don't have salves, so you can get aggressive when the lane permits. You don't want to like dive an entire creep wave and hit them because then you'll actually take way more damage. Okay. And now discussing your hero by herself, since we're talking about Naga Siren, let's look at Naga Siren as a hero and what she has as an advantage and what she has as disadvantages. Her advantage as a hero, for why she's able to play as support or carry, is because she has, why she can play support, she has Riptide, which is a really good nuke. It's low cooldown, low mana cost, really high damage at 1, and it gives armor reduction, so it's absurd in lane. A disable that goes through BKB. And the ability to create illusions, which if you're a carry, illusions are really powerful. And if you're support, you can use them to scout. So her raw stats, she has 320 move speed and 6 base armor, which are both which are both some of the highest in the game. Yeah, 320 move speed is absurdly high. I think Luna has the highest at 330, 325. And I think Terrorblade has the highest armor at 7. So she has very high stats. Her base HP at like 550 is also really high. And her base attack damage is kind of low. That's what they nerfed after TI2. Amongst a couple other things. So we see that both the enemy team hits kind of hard, but neither of them has stout shields. You do. That's cool. You got more regen, so you can play this lane kind of aggressively. You have minus armor, which Hector has no armor. So yeah, things happen, bad things happen. You end up TPing top. Why is it following you? Oh, it's supposed to be. Yeah, you end up TPing top, and it goes horribly wrong. Now let's discuss why this was a terrible idea. You're level 1. You don't have Riptide. You have a setup ability. You're tanky, so yeah, you can run in and do tanky things like this, but not against an Axe and a Slark, both heroes that love to fight melee heroes. So everyone dies because you made a terrible decision by coming up here. The reason I'm discussing this is the whole point of this video, I'm sorry, I should have said this beforehand, is I'm discussing 2 parts of the game, 2 phases of the game that I feel like in your level of pub plays, and really in any pub games, are the 2 times that people make the most mistakes. Pretty much everyone can play mid-game when you have like some items pretty much everyone understands how to play mid-game. You just kind of fight and take objectives. You know, grand map control is important, but it doesn't have as terrible ramifications as it does late game, where death cooldowns are so long, so like one fucked up team fight can just cost you the game. And early game, it's all about laning and item optimization and properly harassing and properly lane controlling, because creeps hit really hard early on. So that's an intricacy I'm not going to get into right now, because I'm still actually improving upon that myself. Everyone's always improving. But first thing, we talked about it. You shouldn't have come top. You should have stayed down here and pulled. The Radiant Jungle is really good for supports because you can triple pull. If you don't know what that means, search any video ever for pulling in Dota 2. Or like double pulling in Dota 2 or triple pulling in Dota 2. What I mean by that is, I'll just tell you in general, when a creep wave's when the creep wave's like here, you click this shit, get them to aggro you so they run after you, you run down here through these trees, your creep wave will come down this way and meet you about here. Let me actually just have the game going on. So your creep wave will be like la 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 la, or la 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 la, and about here, these creeps will be following you down here, and the creeps and both creeps will see each other and be like, let's battle. And the jungle creeps are like, we miss home, shit. They go back for home. And your creeps are like, shit, let's go battle them, fuck up their home, and chase them. So after this camp dies, as you're pulling here, let's watch what happens. We can just watch what happens. Oh my god, you're pulling. Timing's okay. What you could have done is let one creep attack you, and when the attack hits you, it would have aggroed the rest of that wave. So you single pull. But either way, what you want to do is eat one of these trees so that you can kill this when this camp dies. You want to kill it as quickly as you can, and then time pulling these creeps into this camp. By the time that the first camp dies, is under attack. Then your lane creeps will be like, oh shit, more fuckers to kill, and chase after them. Then you can do the same thing over here. Radiant Jungle, you can triple pull, it's really good. So either way, fuck this, we're gonna go late game. Okay, you have Radiance, cool. So shit goes wrong, you build a Radiance.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So I actually don't care about right now. Again, I'm not discussing every single thing you do wrong or every single thing you can improve on. I'm trying to discuss grander ideas, because most of your issues are just purely mechanical. And after this, I'm going to show you just basic mechanical tricks playing Naga Siren.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Try to help you with the mechanics of the hero, because everyone needs to improve on mechanics all the time, so I'm not going to get super nitpicky about your specific mechanics. You're missing a lot. Everyone in this game is missing a lot, so whatever. Grander map control things are more of just a understanding.
All bonds will break.
That require just more understanding than actual like mechanical shit. It's just knowing where to be at what time. Anyone can like move their hero to a certain location. You just click on the map, you know. And try to optimize your TP usages. But that, again, whatever. We'll work on that later. Why do I have this at house?
Okay. Illusion. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Pause. We'll start watching from here. First issue, we're looking at extending into late game. You build a Radiance. Radiance, the whole point of Radiance on Naga is your illusions gain the Radiance buff, right? What that allows you to do is each of your Radiance illusions can farm a lane or a jungle camp on their own, right? So you can stall and buy shit tons of time for your team, because if you as Naga are in the enemy jungle and you kill this wave, and the enemies are trying to push down mid, and they have no creeps, they can't actually hit your base because of backdoor region. You need creeps, right? So Naga effectively stalls the living shit out of the enemy team on her own, while also farming absurdly fast, scaling into late game very well. So she buys a lot of space, forces the enemy to react to you, so you can then make plans or farm really aggressively or take objectives when they're on the other side of the map. You're controlling their TP cooldowns, which is very important in this game, and that's something that most people, even through like 5k MMR, still fuck up with, is optimizing TP usages. Exploiting the enemies using TPs incorrectly just wins you the game flat out sometimes. So make space, it makes the enemy run after you, and you farm really fast. Yeah. It also, as I talked about before, the advantage of Naga Siren as a support having mirror images is you can use them to scout. So as a farmer, you also are still using them to scout. If you have an illusion here, an illusion here, an illusion farming this, and you're here, how can the enemy kill you? Even if they smoke gank you when they come up from like down here, and they the smoke breaks about here, let's say, you see them before they see you because you have an illusion here and you have vision, and then you can just song TP up. So you get like triple mobile wards the whole time you're farming, right? So you will get so much map information while farming and pushing the enemy, forcing the enemy into their own base and countering their aggression. It's Naga Siren's ridiculous. So my first issue is you built a Vanguard. Never, ever, 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 ever fucking build a Vanguard on a Radiance Naga. Honestly, don't ever build a Vanguard ever on probably 95% of the heroes in the game, but whatever, we can get into item optimization is down the road from right now. We're just talking about Naga. We're just talking about Naga with a Radiance right now. Never do this. The whole point of Radiance Naga is, again, you stall and you farm really fast. So if you stall and farm fast to then buy items that fell off about 13 minutes ago, maximum, like 23 minutes ago, honestly, you're not actually going to win the game. You need to be building ultra late game items generally. Like Radiance, that's why Radiance is generally followed up by BOTs immediately, because that allows you to push way more aggressively. Since you can't, just TPing to towers isn't enough sometimes, and sometimes you need to TP from up here, split pushing. Like let's say you're in the lane farming and you have an illusion here, an illusion here, and an illusion here cutting off the next wave, and you see that the enemies are all coming up. You can use your BOTs and pour down here, here, and then already be farming a different lane. Yay! My chair. My chair friend. She's stealing my other chair. Okay, so yeah, that's why BOTs are good. Or build things like a Manta Style, because you're an illusion carry, so more illusions is good, and it gives you move speed, and move speed is super important because then you can outrun people and they can't catch you. And one thing I see that you know, ARON, is that Naga Siren's really good at not dying. So the move speed also transitions to your illusions well, and you want to be able to move your illusions around really fast because that speeds up your farm rate. Yeah, so that's why Yasha into Manta Style is good. Butterfly, good item, makes your illusions hit really hard, makes you survivable and hit really hard. Heart, you get good. Things like that. Purge Blade, whatever. Daedalus, Lincolns, big items. By buying a full Vanguard, you waste, since I know you go into Heart afterwards, you've effectively wasted 2,200 gold of very important early Radiance money and an item that you will get rid of immediately. And since you wasted a slot, item slot, that's actually even worse on a late game carry because you want to get 6 slotted. So if one of your 6 slots is really useless, what's the point? If you really want to tank up, just buy the Vit Booster. It gives you the exact same amount of HP as Vanguard, and since all the other stats of Vanguard don't actually transition to illusions, what's the point? And then when you build a Heart, you can just turn the Vit Booster into a Heart. You don't need a Vanguard and a Heart. It's really, really bad. It's really bad. Okay. You want to make your illusions tanky and to deal damage. If they're just really tanky and have Radiance Burn, as the enemy heroes just gain a lot of HP, they don't really care about the burn, so the illusions aren't an issue. And as the enemy heroes gain more damage, they can kill the illusions, and you aren't really a threat. Yeah, cutting the creeps is still annoying, so you're still achieving that goal, but you want to also be able to pressure heroes and eventually win the game. So if you can't actually kill anyone, you're not going to win the game. So yeah, Vanguard's bad. Next, we're going to talk about skill item choices need to be optimized. You need to get BOTs as fast as possible on Naga. I 1000% think you should always, almost pretty much 95% of the time, always get BOTs after Radiance. And then pretty much always into Yasha, and then pretty much always into Manta Style. And then pretty much that's what it is. So, okay. Next, we're going to try to talk about, this is where it gets kind of hard, is understanding where to split push.
Radiant's top barracks. Time to channel the
skip ahead a
inner
bunch.
axe. Dire struck. Dyer's
trying to find a
middle
more
tower is not
obvious
Dyer's
time.
middle
Okay.
tower has sacrificed
So right here, you
itself.
spawn your illusions,
Apology
and
accepted.
then you run into the enemies to try to be annoying. That's not really what you want to do. This actually, no, you get caught here. I'm trying to find a time where you get caught.
Hey!
Okay. You missed a wave, dude. So you take Roshan, and your team takes a terrible fight, and you fight with them. Here we go. So your team runs in, you take a bunch of damage, you slong, you TP. Okay. So what happened before this is your team pushed out every lane while the enemies were taking Roche, which is good. You gained a bunch of map control. The whole point of Naga is to apply consistent pressure to the enemy towers or base, if all their towers are dead, or their outer towers are dead, so that they have to react to you, so that you're making space. If you just kind of pressure and the enemy doesn't feel the pressure, then you're not doing your job. You want to make them react to you. So doing this, you made them react to you. The issue, though, is you then ran in and took a fight in an atrocious position against heroes that are really good against yours in small, confined locations, and your team's just kind of bad, so they all die and whatever. Talking about positioning and shit, I'm not trying to do that. But yeah, that was really bad approach. I'm talking about you specifically. The issue of you running into that fight instead of just going back top and pushing in their base. Actually, let's just talk about that now. So your team wanted to fight, whatever. You can't control your team. If instead they took Roche and you stayed top and continued to pressure this shit in, Axe had a TP scroll. So one hero could port up here. Axe can actually deal with you, so that's fine. But that means Axe wouldn't be in the fight right here where your team took. So it would actually be a 4v4. A 4v4? 4v4. One of them has their Aegis, so you still shouldn't be taking a fight, but right, it already popped. But either way, you effectively force a hero down here, and if you had BOTs, you could actually then port into mid and take a fight 5v4, and maybe then you win. Yeah, again, another reason why BOTs are good. But either way, since you didn't have them, you'd at least make the fight probably better for your team. You kind of do things in fights, but as we saw, you just walked on the high ground, got focused down, and TP'd out. So it was a 5-on-4. Instead, you could have been up here still farming and made it a 4-on-4. And then you wouldn't be killing your farmer. And this wouldn't happen afterwards. Let's see what happens. Your team all dies.
Much like
Let's watch your map control.
Axe's axe. Dyer's top
That's gone.
tower.
Axe pushes
Radiant's
all the
middle
way into your
tower is under
base.
attack.
Okay. So this lane is no longer being pressured at all. This lane is pushed into your base, so your team has to react. And Axe is now taking your Ancients, so you lost a bunch of farm. And Slark is farming your jungle. And you have an Invisor and you're being trolly, because lol. So instead of keeping 2 lanes pushed in and being able to farm the enemy jungle and confining them to only farming these 2 waves, and your team being able to farm all of the rest of the map, this camp, your entire jungle, this, you farming here, and the creeps that were here, and then all of these camps, you've now allowed the enemy to do that to you. So by you taking that fight, you actually ended up causing your team to shift into economic damage. Yeah, they lost the fight, but you continuously applying pressure doesn't allow the enemy to farm all across the map. Look at the gold. Yeah, you lost the fight, but it continues going down. So that's the main issue. As the Naga Siren player, you need to have a lot more foresight as to what the enemy is doing and understand how you can pressure, how you can poke at the gaps in their armor.
Bottom tower is under attack.
You're doing cute illusion micros, but since they're grouped up, the cask owns them, and they all die, so they didn't do anything.
Dyer's bottom tower.
And you're
is
finally
taking
pressuring their
many
base, which is
more.
correct. This is what you should be doing, but you could have been doing that top after that Roshan and done this much damage. And this much damage to a tower is actually really relevant as a Naga. And if you had BOTs, you could have ported down here and pushed in this lane. And then spawned illusions, farmed this camp about here, and both of these camps, which means that when this camp is also dead, these creeps run all the way to here by the time the next creeps spawn. So then you've also effectively pressured this lane, which means the enemy has to react to it, and they can't 5-man mid to fight you guys, and you guys might win this fight. See the issue?
Teamwork in action.
He just didn't Sakuchi. And again, you come mid and try to fight, which is killing your own farm rate, which again is the point of Naga, is you want to get a lot of items. Naga is not that good of a carry. The benefit of her is that she farms really fast. She's like an anti-mage. But you're not farming. You're trying to fight heroes that are way better than you at this stage of the game and have more money than you. That's pretty much it. For the rest of the game, you just kind of make suboptimal decisions in positioning the Naga and don't split push aggressively enough. You don't apply enough pressure for the enemy to have to react, and they just kind of walk down mid and
middle tower is under attack. Puny Radiant hides behind their
you can just find,
I
I think the first time EG, or Sad Boys at the time, played Naga Siren with RTZ, he plays absurdly well, and at one point understands the damage output of his hero enough to like 1v3 and win.
Radiant's middle tower is
But
under attack.
if you watch him play, he makes very, very good decisions as where to be on the map to apply the most pressure.
Not heresy.
You can, if you watch someone play Naga Siren, really just look at the minimap and see how they're moving around to counter the enemy's movement on a grand map scale. Since that's what the hero is all about when you get your hero. Now, you lose, we know why.
Dyer's bottom tower is
I'm
under
really gonna
attack.
talk about this. You just wasted song really hard. I'm gonna show you some mechanical things, just because your Naga Siren micro wasn't very good. I will show you a quick tutorial of how to Naga Siren. Give Naga. In my first recording, I tried to just explain it, but it's really confusing.
All
If you're not
pick.
seeing what I'm doing. And even still, it's
Naga Siren.
all level up. 11.
Prepare for battle.
And because Yolo was my thing. I wanted Yasha for move speed.
Yasha.
So Yasha is the equivalent of a Battle Fury for
Blink Dagger.
most heroes. Especially ranged.
Yes.
Ranged agility heroes. It speeds up your farm ridiculously. Which is why you get it very fast in Naga Siren. So spawn creep.
30 seconds to battle.
Does this spawn jungle creep too? Spawn jungle. I don't know how to spawn the jungle, sorry. Okay.
The sea calls.
Okay. Well now, oh, I just screwed up about the timings of the
The battle begins.
Okay. So I'm just gonna do this once. Just kind of.
May fail.
Oh, I got my cameras all slow now. Ugh. Let's just say this. Okay.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I
So
double
you
wave
say.
myself, whatever. My wave timings are gonna be all screwed up now because I spawned that one wave. Let me do this real quick. Alright,
Serpentine.
so again really quick. I'll just do this again. I'm not gonna actually say anything, I'm just gonna do it.
Indeed.
There. There, that's Naga Siren microed all my illusions.
Got you.
Now what I'm doing,
Honor guides me.
kill all the creeps. Go creeps. We're gonna pressure this tower, boys.
Melee. As commanded.
Get Riptide Wall. Pushing towers, boys. Okay, so what I'm doing is spawning my illusions, hitting my hotkey for all other units, which is 3, and I'm sending all of them to a location. Holding down shift and left clicking all of my like one of any of my 3 illusions that I have
Your
selected.
bottom tower
Moving
is
the
under
remaining ones to
attack.
someplace else. And I'm repeating that again, shift clicking, moving the 3rd one somewhere else. So that's allowing me to do is effectively micro without having to individually select them. I'm actually deselecting them individually, which is faster because I don't have to look around the map and click on them. See?
The enemy's middle
Spawning all
tower
of them,
has surrendered.
selecting all of them, sending
to
all 3 of them
gravity.
to a location. Let's send one up here, then shift clicking. So then I leave one to go to the path that I set for all 3, while moving the other 3 to someplace else. Holding shift, moving one. So leaving one left from that set of 2 I had left. Sending him somewhere else. That's it. So if you're Ii-sama, what he does is he does it all with minimap macro.
Serpentine. As commanded.
I just did it very slowly, but
may fail.
yeah, see. I just send all my illusions to different places. This one.
Hither.
This one I should have sent down here.
Make a splash.
And
Yes.
you go there, my main goes over here.
Indeed.
No, please.
Anyway.
More.
Cut
Some
to
over
the
here.
chase.
Some over here.
No Slytherin may fail.
I think I missed this people.
Slytherin.
The timing's all weird now.
The
because I
enemy's top
spawned it,
tower
so
has capitulated to superior force.
you get the idea.
Axe brought
That
his
way I
thesaurus.
actually don't have to look around the map necessarily. I'm doing it because I'm bad. But you can calculate this entirely from the minimap. Again, select all my illusions with the minimap. Just send them all somewhere. Okay. Shift, left click one of the illusions. It removes whichever one you clicked from the what you have selected. Send the other one somewhere else. Shift click.
Sea, honor
the third one somewhere
guides
else again.
me. From sea to shore.
And then micro.
From sea to shore. Any way you slice it. Slytherin.
Yeah,
Make a
you want it.
splash. Slither hither.
I messed up. Oops.
Indeed. Serpentine.
Fix it, boys.
Yes. Yes.
I just missed micro so hard. No.
Thieves.
Generally, I'd also be doing this while setting my
No
First I send my main Naga somewhere safe.
Suffer. So you say. The sea calls. Honor guides me. As commanded.
There we go.
Cut to
Did I
the
miss?
chase. Honor guides me. Yes.
Okay, see. Now the next thing we're going to learn about, just in case you don't know, is shift queuing. Shift queuing a command.
There I am. Serpentine.
Shift queuing is important because it allows you to actually more accurately micro. Like right there, I just fucked up my micro. Shift queue. If I shift queue
As
commands,
commanded.
actually, I can do this more precisely. I can do things like that. Now watch my illusion will go avoiding the tower. So it doesn't take any
Axe
damage.
is
'cause
glad
it's
that
keeping
your
alive.
bottom
What
tower
I just did there.
is not
If
Axe's
you don't know how to
problem.
shift queue command, it's if you send a command and then hold shift and click somewhere else,
to the
you set up a
chase.
queue of commands. And your character will follow them. And why this matters is if you're doing things like, let's say I'm now Tinker, and I'm TPing in, and I shift queue at my blink tag, and I port in, I immediately will TP. You might know these things, but I'm just going over again. Again, I'm going to TP in, shift queue my blink, blink away. Or I can TP in, shift queue at my, I failed.
So grows the golden trove.
TP in, shift queue at my illusions, just immediately,
From sea to shore.
or shift queue in song. So you can, as soon as possible, pop song when you come
So
in.
you say.
Or the classic Get Wrecked Kid song into TP for setup. That's a good one too.
Serpentine.
That's not shift queuing, that's just a Naga siren thing you can do sometimes for your team. If they have instant
No
stuns,
Slytherin
sometimes you
may
get a
fail.
song before you TP in for setup. Yeah, so for shift
Grows
queuing,
stronger.
when I'm shift queuing, all I'm doing is
Yes.
you click a command, you hold shift, and then you click another command. It just does them in queue. Like, let's do this. I want to go
Anyway,
here,
you
and I want to
slice
blink
it.
dagger on this side, on this. Let's say I now want to move over here, move here, move here, move here, move here, move here, blink, and then BOT is down
As
here. Here,
commanded.
blink here, BOT stop. This is standard on Sand King.
The enemy's top
Sand King's generally the
tower
hero
has
that people
fallen.
first learn how to shift queue.
Axe lies.
Because you stand behind the trees and you cast epicenter
Honor
and then you
guides
shift Q.
me.
So then right after it casts, you blink into them. So like let's say my mirror image is actually
Yes.
Epicenter.
We'll sing harmony.
Oh, that screws it up actually. Well,
To the chase.
so I'm gonna song into blink. Oh, epicenter, 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 epicenter. See.
Indeed.
So what I'm doing is I'm hitting song and giving a blink, and as soon as my cast animation for song is done, I blink. Please say you're still recording. Gucci. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Alright, so either way,
Slither hither.
I just did this video twice, so I'm sorry if I'm skipping things. If you have any questions, just ask me. Again, I know I'm not being super complete. I'm not that good at very clearly expressing what I want to say. If you notice, I have 121 last 7 minutes when I'm not really trying. I know I have what the fuck mode on, but I've actually been missing waves.
To the
So I
chase.
screwed my timing when I spawned that creep break at the beginning.
You open.
So yeah, Naga Siren Farm is really
Honor
easy.
guides
You
me.
just micro well. Now mind you, I'll show you what I was talking about when I said I had mobile wards.
Any way you slice it.
Here.
No
Say I'm farming like
Slytherin
this.
may fail. Yes. Your so you say.
If I didn't have
Sea
creep waves here,
calls, make a
if I just had a
splash.
creep here, and an illusion over here, this actually sucks that I have all these.
Time.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
Again, like let's say I have vision like this.
Slither hither.
I'm Radiant side, I'm farming the Dire Jungle.
Cut to the chase.
I have vision in these 3 places.
Serpentine.
Look at all this vision I have. I have vision all across here and here. So I literally have vision across this entire part of the map. So how do I get ganked? I can get ganked from down here. That takes a lot of understanding of Naga Siren to gank like that. And then even if you're even
Your
more,
bottom tower
actually
is
send-
under attack.
Make a splash.
one of them down here. So
Any way you slice
you can be
it.
like mega safe.
As commanded.
I'm still
Indeed.
doing it.
The sea
Look how safe I am.
calls.
How do you get ganked? You don't.
Axis
Now the importance of
glad
BOTs
that
is
your
if I do see
bottom
someone
tower
rotating in here,
is not
I'll watch like their
Axis
entire team
problem.
come up here. I can just TP down here. And so like 3 or 4 of the heroes are chasing after me. I don't lose my farm. basically.
Nice. No Slytherin may
So
fail.
all that time they spent chasing me, I'm still increasing my
From
GPM.
sea to
So that's my good.
shade. Serpentine, Slytherin. Attack as commanded.
Oh, go, creeps.
Any way you slice it. Slither hither.
See? So, for them to then come back down here and react, they'd have to use a TP scroll,
Yes.
which then my team, who hasn't, could run up here and pressure this again, let's say. So they're all stuck down here again, or they can be down here defending, or they could have been farming this camp the whole time, or they're doing Ancients, or doing the enemy Ancients, or doing Roshan.
So you say.
Gives you a lot of options. Shift Q. Shift Q.
We'll sing harmony.
Actually, want you
To the chase. Splash. Honor guides me. Got you. Yes.
So yeah, okay, I'm gonna finish now. Sorry. So that's a little Naga Siren stuffs. Let me turn off auto attack because I'm gonna forget. I turn on auto attack because then my illusions. I don't have to tell them to attack command, but then I still do it anyways because it's habit. Send move commands like that.
To the chase. No Slytherin may fail.
And I move there, and then they attack. Yeah.
Honor guides me.
Because I still play with auto attack often when I'm playing Naga. This farm rate is so good.
I will make a splash.
Your
go,
bottom
boys.
tower is under attack.
Yep, if you have any questions, just ask me again the same way. I will finish this video now. If you have, look at all the things I just got. If you have people who need, if you have other friends who need similar kinds of things discussed, you know, it's kind of what I do.
Serpentine.
So feel free to ask. If you enjoy this, subscribe to me at at youtube.com/user/Dota RmZD. My name, RmZD, is right here at the top right corner. Yeah, I have a Twitch account at twitch.tv/RmZD, where you can get prompts for when I'm actually streaming shit. Yeah, or I'm literally RmZD at everything on Steam, on JD. Enjoying Dota. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this. If this is helpful, just let me know. If this isn't helpful, let me know what you need to know instead. Yeah, so I'm gonna go do other things now. Have a good day, guys.